The next thing is interesting. It obviously doesn't affect a lot of people I'm going to talk about, but it's the situation with marijuana and being able to enter the United States. So obviously, a lot of states in the United States, a lot of states, and a lot of obvious. I keep repeating words, but accept marijuana as for use, for personal use in California and a lot of other states. However, it's still a federal crime. So if you're an immigrant, unless you're a U.S. citizen, you shouldn't be involved in marijuana, do marijuana, blah blah, because you could get deported and have your status removed, all that kind of stuff. Now, there are people in Canada, for example, and other countries who have fully legalized marijuana systems. They work in that industry. The Customs and Border Protection, the people that deal with people coming to the border, had said in their online pages that said, yeah, if you're, for example, you work at a medical marijuana or marijuana dispensary, or if you work on scientific stuff on marijuana, because it's federally legal, we're going to give you a lifetime ban on entry if you try to come in. You're not allowed to come in. And one of the heads of CBP, the Customs and Border Protection, has said this as well. A law firm, Davis Tremaine, I forgot their full name, but they did their marijuana, the cannabis section of their law firm, did what's called a FOIA request, a Freedom of Information Act request, to get the internal guidance to see where this ruling came from. Because what if your person is in the marijuana industry overseas, but has come to the United States to go to Disneyland, to go to vacation? Where is the rulemaking that says they can do it? Because CBP on its own can't just make policy. They have to go through steps and all that. So they did a Freedom of Information Act request. CBP sent a bunch of redacted stuff that didn't have information. Years and years of lawsuits entailed, and eventually they won. And the government negotiated with this law firm and released it. And they saw that although CBP publicly had said that, yeah, if you're in the marijuana industry overseas, you can't come in, there's no policy internally, and that was incorrect. So based on this, if you are in the marijuana industry overseas and you want to come in and do non-marijuana related kind of stuff, then it should be okay. Having said that, practically speaking, they may say, we don't believe that you're coming here, really think you're coming here to sell marijuana. So they can still deny you and ban you and stuff like that, practically speaking. But this, on its own policy that they put forward, is incorrect, illegal, essentially, and what shouldn't have been done. And there was a famous case that came a couple years ago where there was a marijuana researcher from Israel who was doing adjustment, and he was banned for this, even though he discontinued that research after he came to the United States, I believe. And so that maybe could be reopened and say that ban was incorrect because they never made a determination about this. It may or may not happen. It's very complex, especially with the marijuana situation because it's so new. But it's something to be aware of. And one is you may be able to still come if you're in the industry overseas. Secondly, these agencies sometimes run amok and make up things that aren't legal. So that's why these lawyers are there to kind of hold their feet to the fire and say, hey, no, like if you want to make it illegal or something, go by the process. We're a country of rule of laws and all that kind of stuff. We have constitution, we have statute, we have Congress, this and that. You can't just make up something without going through the steps. So God bless the group that sued him on this. I know a lot of people from Customs Border Protection, great people, and they do a hard job of protecting our borders. But they have to go by the rules, just like the immigrants got to go by the rules. Everybody has to go by the rules. You can't just make things up. So it was a really good decision and negotiation to happen there. I was really happy to read that this morning.
Yeah, I just want to adapt to what you John just said. I think it was somewhere in April. I read in the news that House passed bill to federally decriminalize marijuana, which is House. It still has to be approved by the Senate. Go through the Senate and signed by the president. So, and this is not the first time I hear about this, like decriminalizing marijuana on the federal level. So we will see if this law will become law, because now it's not a law, it's still a bill. So they considering it, but again, we don't know if it's going to happen and when it's going to happen. But it's something in the near future. We will know the result.
Got to move on from bans, but we'll see, and that's going to affect a lot of immigrants because a lot of them have these kind of issues in their history. Thank you for watching this educational program. To get the latest videos, click the subscribe button and the notification bell icon. Also, help us help the immigrant community by liking this video and sharing it with your family and friends. You can also find us on other social media sites like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter, where you find the latest updates on immigration news, policy changes, and tips. Be safe and God bless. See you soon.